wine right now has opened up to me in ways that beer could never. I just can't picture drinking a beer with every meal or beers all the time. You know,
But a lot of people can.
sure, but I'm arguing for wine, and I'm telling you why I'm choosing wine, right?
Did you picture drinking wine with every meal?
Not every single meal, but I could have wine with pizza, with pasta at a fancy restaurant, with oyster, with seafood, with a steak. I mean, wine is great. It's like you can consume it slowly and enjoy it. I feel like you can just enjoy it a little bit more. I just feel like it has more places where it's applicable. At the end of the night, I mean, I guess some people come home, crack open a beer when they want to relax.
Some people come home and crack
what
open a beer.
What I'm saying is, I do the same thing with a wine. Like anything a beer can do,
I've
I can
done
do
it
with wine.
I
open a bottle of wine, sit down with my dinner, or if I'm watching a television show and I have a nice glass of wine. I think wine is more. It's just, I don't know. It's just more sophisticated, which no one could argue. I mean,
a lot of people would argue that. A lot of people, especially beer reps, when you go into a craft beer distillery or brewery, when you go into a real beer spot, okay, a place that really specializes it, and you see literally 85 taps of specialty beers and craft beers, I would think any one of them would take big issue with you in saying that beer is not as
I think most of those people that go to that place that has 85 taps, and I've been there, are a little bit of like tools. Wow. There's a all right,
working man's a tool.
Let me correct
Third
that.
episode, you've put the working man into the tool.
I drink Rolling Rock till I die. Working man. All I'm saying is there's a Venn diagram of, you know, that guy. Have you seen? You know that? Have you seen? You've seen I Think You Should Leave, right? See the first season where Tim Heidecker plays that guy when they're playing charades, and all he does is.
You think that's a craft beer? That's a wine guy.
1,000%. All he harps on is like
the jazz
guys.
That's
and
a wine
the
guy
record collection, and he's like he's a bit of a boner. Yeah. I think that
that's a wine guy.
If there's a Venn diagram, I think that guy, he's a craft beer guy.
No, that's a wine guy, Sal.
I used to run a bar, and I used to have a craft beer night where companies would come and give out free samples and talk about the tasting. It was really cool. But there was a nice slice of the people that came to that were real hard-ons. That just were like,
you think you're gonna find you think you're gonna rub elbows with Andy Capp at a wine tasting?
No, but think about how people collect wine. Like when you go to someone's house.
That's not pretentious or obnoxious.
No.
When a guy buys a house with a special basement in it just for his wine.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is
that's not.
I mean, wine is collected like in a way that beer is not. Why? I think wine has more to offer in that respect.
Well, you can't keep beer as long as wine. First of all,
sure.
Okay, and but you
don't go to someone's house and they don't go. I have a selection. Actually, I do.
Also,
but they aren't like I have a selection of 20 beers downstairs.
But also too, every MTV Cribs I've ever seen. That's all that was in the fridge. But anyway, also too with wine, this is also why it's such a pretentious thing. You watch documentaries about wine, okay? You got these guys, literally, one of the documentaries I watched was the Koch brothers, the richest brothers in all of the country that have influenced politics, whatever else. This guy's in his wine cellar, like showing literally bottles of wine that Thomas Jefferson owned, that he paid $250,000 a piece for. And then he's like, saying like, you know, I'd never drink one of them. That's a lot of bullshit with wine too. I'd never drink it. I just have it so you can see how much better I am than poor people.
Let me tell you right now, that whole nonsense, I don't subscribe to that either. I think it's complete bullshit.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds.